Very exciting. It's here. It's here. Okay, what's up? So I'm still kind of on the clock, still working at the moment, so can't open this right now, mess around with it, but I'm gonna check back in like 2 hours when I'm off the clock. Yes, see you then. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Ty Combs. That's it. That's all we got for this intro situation. What's up, everybody? My name is Ty Combs. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about a new piece of gear that I picked up, partially to just try it out, partially because I thought it would be interesting, partially because I thought it would make a bomb-ass YouTube video. So, if you haven't guessed it already, is this bad boy right over here, the Oculus, or now Meta Quest 2. I'm not really a gamer, and so I wanted to get this specifically with the idea of making videos. There's been a lot of talk in the whole metaverse and Web3 conversation about virtual reality being used in our everyday life. For me, who had never really messed around with virtual reality, I really wanted to see what that might be like in its current state. So I picked up the Meta Quest 2. I have been using it for about a week. I've used it in my day job, I've used it for YouTube, and really the only way I can think to show you what that might be like is to show you. So we're gonna go through, I'm gonna edit an entire episode of Hotkey of the Week, and I'm gonna show you a couple of the things that I found are really interesting and really nice. I'm just gonna jump right into it. I am using a specific app called Immersed. It's super easy, it's free. That's how we're gonna get started. I'll leave a link below. So one of the first things in Immersed that you do is I like to turn on my hand tracking so that it follows my hands and I can move my screens around however I would like. Immersed works on the virtual monitor setup, so you can basically, it's just mirroring my computer screen with these, but it's creating virtual monitors. So they are a little different, like they're not going to be in the same spots as my actual monitors. Obviously, I have 3 of them, so that's kind of sick. Additionally, if I want, I can look at my hand, it'll bring up this menu, and then I can lock my monitors into place now that I like where they are, which is pretty cool. I like it a lot. I can also just like move this menu around wherever I want. I just, for some reason, keep it over here. Kind of cool. The one other thing that this does have is a way to bring up your keyboard, and then you calibrate it. And it figures out where your keyboard is so that you can see it in VR, which is cool. So that is where my hand is at the moment, which is kind of sick. Normally I have this set up for 4 monitors, I think, or maybe 5 monitors. It looks like my free trial just ended, so I'm not going to show you that today. Okay, stay there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this whole space down here. This makes sense to me. We're going to give this way more space, and we're going to unlock you, bring you closer. right? So that I can just see it right there, right below me. And then so this is kind of fun because now I can have this all up here and the timeline down here on a separate thing, and it's just a lot bigger, which is super cool for my purposes. Is it necessary for editing a 2-minute YouTube video? Probably not, but it's kind of cool. Alright, while he edits, I'm going to tell you a couple of the cons that I ran into while editing on the Quest 2. The first is that it is kind of buggy. Casting from a computer over Wi-Fi to your headset is not necessarily a recipe for no latency. The next is going to be graphics. Obviously, a $300 headset is not going to be quite as high quality as an Apple iMac or other types of monitors that you can get on the market. But it is kind of fun to have 4 monitors. You're just going to be sacrificing quality for quantity, so be aware of that. Along with that are headaches. Obviously, your eyes get a little tired when you're sitting there staring into screens like 2 inches off of your face, so it does get a little exhausting, and it's not quite there yet for me, but I'm sure some other headsets are a little bit easier. I think it might be something with frame rates in a lot of these apps for working, or maybe it's just that they're not quite as up to par, but I don't tend to get as many headaches when I'm playing games or just kind of doing more entertainment things on the Quest. And the last and most obvious one is going to be goggle lines. Yikes. So overall, I would say we're not quite there yet. It's super fun, and it's definitely something that you should try out if you get the chance, but it's not something that you can do all day, every day like most people's jobs require. I know I'm editing for like 8 to 9 hours every day, and I definitely couldn't sit inside of this headset for that whole time. If you get a nicer headset and you might have a different experience, I can't really speak to that since all I've got is the Quest 2, and right now this is not exactly sustainable. Alright, well, that brings us to the end of this one. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope that answered a couple questions that you may or may not have had about virtual reality, using it in everyday life, and maybe even some editing things. So, if you aren't already, be sure to hit subscribe so that you catch the next video, and maybe I'll answer some of your questions about virtual reality that you'll leave in the comments down below about how to use it, how to get started with it, or just what you're curious about. And if you don't mind, hit that like button so that you help me out, helps the algorithm out, and we can get more people are gonna be here. It's gonna be sick. Thanks so much. See you guys next time.